and that time, and people don't have the time for you, and people get very impatient with you, I think we need to swing that back around, because not only have every single person, in each age group, not only have they paved the way for you, but the ones coming up, nipping at you at the heels, are going to go through what you're going through. Every single one. And I will say, every single person out there listening, if you're lucky to even become 57, and I'm blessed every day to wake up and still be breathing through the shit I've been through, and scared to look forward to what is happening, but I don't dwell on that every day to make myself, sick or stressed out. But you know that when you think you see little signs, or just like the little things with the headphones, and you think, oh my God, I just lost my left side hearing. And then it was as simple as, check the fucking cord, Deborah. It wasn't in all the way. And you're just like, okay, shake my head. All right. But okay, so back to staying sharp. It doesn't mean that you should now be freaking out about that time the other day when you forgot an old friend's name or the password for a website, especially the one I visit all the time, right? I mean, there are a lot of subtitles in those odds, and researchers are coming closer to understanding what leads to cognitive decline and what you can do about your personal risk. And there is strong evidence is emerging, and it's emerging that there are various factors or behaviors that may affect your chances of developing dementia. And that's from a neuropsychiatrist, and I believe that was from Dr. Brizendine, the author of The Female Brain. You guys got to check it out. I'm looking it up right now because it was fantastic. Luann Brizendine, MD, and she's the author of The Female Brain. And she says that great strides have been made in the past few years in understanding age-related decline in brain function. And just read this book. It's freaking fabulous. And we're talking from younger to older. And we're trying to figure out how in the frick are younger people becoming and developing more and more dementia and Alzheimer's. Why? Right? So, well, first of all, let's just talk about what is dementia. Dementia is like, first, what is it not? So a lot of us get freaked out, or we always kid and we're like, oh my God, Alzheimer's, oh my God, dementia. It's like people throw that word around like it's a joke. It is the most debilitating thing for a human to get. I'm not kidding. I know you may all not understand, but some of you have had somebody or know somebody, or your grandma or grandpa, or, and we're talking grandma and grandpa could only be in their late 50s or 60s that got this. And it is so sad. If you've never seen somebody on it, it will fucking crush your heart. So it's not forgetting where you parked your car in the grocery store lot, or that's normal. I mean, I come out of the grocery store and I'm like, okay, what side did I come out on? Okay, because I came in on this side and I went out the opposite door. So that's going to throw you off. You don't have Alzheimer's or dementia because you fucking walked out the wrong door. That's normal. Now listen, if you're driving home and you're not fucking around with your phone or the radio, which you shouldn't be doing, and you're driving home, and you're driving home from the grocery store or whoever, and you start to get lost, like you're just losing where you're at driving, that's alarming. And I'm telling you now, you better go see your doctor. Just a little bit. If you're driving and you're like, okay, none of this looks familiar for like 3 seconds, and oh my God, where am I? And then all of a sudden you pop back and you're like, oh yeah. Tell your doctor. Not alarming. I'm not a doctor myself, but I'm just saying by, the words and reading and, Dr. Luann Brizendine, and read her book and blah, blah, blah. Just go to get checked out. So, an Alzheimer's diagnosis includes frequency memory loss. So confusion about locations, taking longer to accomplish normal daily tasks, trouble handling money. I've had that my whole life anyway, so I will not contribute that to Alzheimer's. I like to spend it. And mood and personality changes. That's a big one. Mood and changes. So a lot of women go, well, gosh, I mean, I'm in menopause. Do I have that? This is where we need to stay sharp as women. When we're going through menopause, like I am right now, we often ask ourselves, okay, now I have Alzheimer's. So we need to stay on top of that and watch our body change. Talk to your doctor, or I'm a naturopath. So I find other alternatives, even as simple as drinking certain teas before I go to bed, during the day, whatever, is going to help your menopause, even from night sweats or even from sweats and your memory loss. All right. A lot of people just throw ginkgo around, but it's like taking just a vitamin, like a vitamin like zinc. You're going to need zinc with vitamin C, with D, whatever. All of this combined is going to work 10 times better and more effective for your body. Your body absorbs a certain one to work with the other to make this, come to fruit. There's so much to learn. So not talking to, going to your health food store, talking to a naturopath, talking to somebody or speaking with somebody that knows their basics on all of your vitamins and nutrients and, naturopath, it'll blow you away. Like, let's see. Okay. So like, nails, like if you have really thin nails, I've always had thin nails. And to me, I don't know. I don't know if that's hereditary. I don't think so, because my mother has the best looking strong ass nails her whole life. And I have shitty thin ones. And I contribute that to liver, and so, there's certain things that I can do. I can look in a person's eye, I can look at a person's tongue, and I can look at a person's nails. And I can tell you what you're deficient in. That's what I went to school for. So I knew when my nails start splitting that I'm deficient, you're this. I'm not going to get into all this right now, because this is what kind of like part of my coaching is into, part of my motivational coaching. And go to Medusa.com, go to the website, click on fit, and there are going to be classes which are finished, which will be up there soon. I've been talking about that for months, but I'm telling you, I'm freaking excited. And yeah. Okay, so back to staying sharp. I have tangents. So many people worry about that the little memory glitches are signs of dementia. Says the Dr. Luann Brizet, the one I told you about, the female brain, right? But in fact, there are 3 levels of cognitive functioning in later years. And only one of them is truly a worry. First, there's normal aging, which is mild forgetfulness, maybe missing a monthly appointment, forgetting a name or word, just annoying, stupid, they're not stupid. I take that back. Annoying, but normal things. Okay. Next is mild cognitive impairment. So you're going to need an MCI for that. Or MRI. I'm not telling you what to do. Go see your doctor. Okay. So what it's called mild cognitive impairment, which is MCI. And then usually when you talk to your doctor, they give you an MRI. So where the forgetfulness gets more obvious is that you can still take care of yourself and do normal activities and things, but you're losing things more often, like including forgetting more important plans, like starting to impact your life, like you don't know where you're supposed to be going, but it's written right there, right? Only... it'll start becoming, you're going to recognize it too when it gets that obvious, and you're going to know, and that's when you're going to have to get that help. Okay. A lot of this has to do with stress too. So here's what really causes it. The answer is it's currently in flux. That the answer to this is currently in flux, as some previously accepted ideas are being questioned, right? One was that women get Alzheimer's more than men simply because they live on average longer than men, which assumes that dementia is largely a disease of aging. That idea is less popular these days. And there's different biology that contributes to an individual's risk. Changes in hormonal systems, as we talked about. Remember I said about menopause and everything? That's why you need to stay on top of that stuff, sisters. I am not kidding. And even when women have babies, or let's say women that are pregnant, or you lose a baby, or your body goes through all those changes and hormonal changes, and oh my gosh. So just stay on top of your body and the changes in systems that happen. Changes in hormonal systems throughout life. Women and men have different immune systems, and that's no different than in our brain. I can say that having stress-relieving activities like meditation, exercise, also lower your risk of dementia. It really does. Guys, stay active. Stay active. I cannot tell you, stay active. My grandmother's 97. She does not have dementia. She has stayed active her whole life. She's the Harley riding, pro wrestling, outfit making. She reupholsters furniture and still makes wedding dresses to this day. She is my hero, right? And she does all of this. So and I've asked her several times, Granny, what is it? What is the secret of life? And she giggles, really. And she says, stay active, Deborah. Just stay active. No matter what happens to you, do the best you can and stay active. And those are the two most powerful words. Whatever we can do, whatever happens in our life, we've got to stay active mentally, physically. And it will it'll really help us a lot. I am going to say, I talked about genetics, right? So there's a genetic link. Let me see if I still have this written down by this doctor here. Let's see. I know 2 genes have been linked to Alzheimer's risk. APOE2, which is a protective, and APOE4, which increases dementia risk. So Dr. Mehmet Oz revealed in 2019 that his mother had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he was tested for APOE4, which he indeed did carry. That's not a guarantee that he will get the disease, though. But those are 2 that you can get tested in a genetic link for Alzheimer's. So you can start practicing, preparing, and doing a lot of preventive. Just a FYI, okay? That's where I got from a doctor somewhere that you can get those. So what else can you do? Here's the good news. So many studies have been showing that regardless of stressors, predispositions, hormones, or simple bad luck, the way you live your life from day to day, including diet, exercise, sleep, and more, has a huge impact on your future brain health. The Alzheimer Association put together a list of research-backed lifestyle choices that are your best shot at reducing risks. And these I put in bullet points so you guys can I know it sounds redundant, but it is so important. And just do your dissecting when I say these, okay? So exercise. Being more active as you get older may be the number 1 factor in prevention. I am not kidding. And so this goes back to what Granny Vi, I'm just going to call her everybody's granny. She's 97. And she still drives to this day, blah, blah, blah. But remember, stay active. And for instance, one meta-analysis found that engaging in physical activity reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. Are you ready? 45%. Get out there and run. Run, Forrest, run. Eat well. The Mediterranean diet is a really good diet, but I hate calling it diet. Learn about the Mediterranean way, okay? And it's a really good way. It is most prevented against dementia. And some studies have suggested that lowering your carb intake as in a keto diet, could help.